Welcome to Daughters of Reykjavik, the YouTube series. To quickly introduce ourselves, the Daughters of Reykjavik are a 9-piece all-female hip-hop collective from Iceland. In these series, we will be discussing a topic based on a song from our newly released album, Soft Spot. We will discuss the topic among ourselves, as well as with a female guest from the music industry. In this episode, we will hear from our band members Blær and Steiney, and our guest this episode is Salka Sól. This episode is titled Thirsty Hoes, and in it we will be discussing the act of taking up space. My name is Salka, and I will be your host. Enjoy! So my first question to you guys is, are you thirsty hoes?
Yes.
Yes, we are. Very thirsty.
And Blær is...
Yeah, we have to say our names, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to introduce you. This is Steiney, lovely, beautiful, comedic queen.
Comedic queen.
And this is Blær.
A cow.
A cow.
I was wondering what would happen if I would like use it.
Maybe.
Since I don't have a baby, you know.
Maybe in I think I've heard that if you like örva.
Yeah, like stimulate
If you stimulate your nipples enough, you will produce milk. But I'm not sure if that's true.
If you do like every day for a long time, you probably would start producing.
Milking.
Yeah, I think so.
I've at least heard that like there have been women that like, or I've heard stories of in the olden days, like a woman would find a child or something and then like take it on, and then like she would start just milking because
eventually,
she would, eventually.
Yeah, I think I've heard that as well, but I'm not. I wouldn't hang myself on it.
Yeah, no, I have nothing behind this except like some folklore or something. Yeah. No facts here.
We could do an experiment.
Yeah, we could. I think it's a lot of effort.
You can try this later if you like. It
really
might hurt you then a little bit. I don't know.
I think it's gonna because there's so much pressure. Like
yeah, you can't see this. So this is a milking machine, and I'm milking myself because my baby isn't here. No, it doesn't hurt. Not to me.
No.
But because I need to let it out, you know. It's just good to let it out. It hurts if I keep it in. Like with so many things.
Yeah. You should never keep things in.
Take it out. Take it out.
Get
and
it all
take
out.
Up space.
Okay, yeah.
Take up space.
Yeah, I'm definitely a thirsty hoe. Yes. If that is a career-driven woman.
Yes.
I find it a lot easier actually to focus on my career, and I'm like a lot more confident in that aspect than I am in my personal life. Like I can see that I'm like a lot more like I have an easier time like reaching out to people like when I have ideas and like I want to do this, and I don't doubt myself that I'm like good at what I'm doing, that you know. So I would say I'm a thirsty hoe, and I have to sometimes be careful that I don't like go into like being just like a workaholic.
Yeah.
Because I find it like that's like where my power lies, I guess, where I'm just like I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna keep on doing it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm getting older, you know, guys, I turned 30 this year, January. Whoop, whoop. That's January, and I'm like realizing more how important it is to have the personal life, you know, balanced with, you know, the work life. So I because also, most importantly, it makes you better at your job to be like have your personal life like
intact.
Yeah.
So you're just fixing your personal life to
so
be better
I can be better at my job. That's how thirsty of a hoe I am. But yeah, should we tell like what we do or something?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
What do you do, Steiney?
So I'm gonna tell you what Blær does.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that's
Blær is an actress at the City Theatre, and
which is like a great theatre.
Yeah. Blær got hired there right after she graduated as an actress, and she's been just doing like each like main role after another. which is awesome. It's true.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
just
deny
keep on
it.
talking.
Yeah.
Keep on talking. I'll just take up space right here and listen.
Yeah. She is also a musician, and like obviously she's in our in our band, but she is like one of the former. Like she got the idea of like hosting these Rap Women's Night. So she's a very thirsty hoe who takes up space.
Sure am. And Steiney, okay, I'm gonna forget something. So Steiney, she is a TV host. She makes TV shows. She did a TV show.
Are you crying?
No, just get so emotional talking about you, my friend. So no. So she's done TV shows about really like important stuff, also just really funny stuff, but also like some society important things. And she actually was nominated as TV host of the year.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Just because of COVID, they haven't like given out the awards.
I was gonna say,
it's true.
I wasn't
So
sure
we don't know yet, but
I'm just assuming I
keeping our fingers
won.
crossed. Yeah, I think she did. And then Steiney is also in in Improv Iceland. She's like the greatest improviser I know, and she's been doing that for many years.
Yeah, like 6 years.
Yeah, studying that also in LA. And then she is of course in the rap band. And Steiney is she's also an actress, like a comedy actress. Does a lot of comedy stuff.
Yeah, I had like my first like proper audition the other day.
Really?
Yeah, for
what?
like a part.
Like a serious part.
Yeah, serious part like in a TV series. And I was just like, so I had to learn some lines for the audition. And oh my God, that is some hard stuff.
Steiney can't remember text. She's so good at improvising because she cannot memorize anything.
Is there nothing else to take up space in the brain?
Yeah. No, like when I have to learn lyrics by somebody else, which is all the time, like in the band, it's just like I have like a brain fart and just like. Ugh.
Also talk about it like listening to music, you don't really hear.
No, I don't hear lyrics. Yeah. But yeah, like first of all, it was really hard to memorize the words.
Can you tell us what the part was?
It was for Ófær 3.
And what kind of person
Which
were
is
you?
called Trapped. It's on Netflix. You can actually check it. It's a good, like very good TV show. They have like 2 seasons. So it was a part where I was supposed to play like a woman who was in a cult, like northern, like a religious, like ásatrúar, like
a heathen cult.
Yeah. Who was like
typecast, am I right?
That's what I thought. I was like with my red hair, like, duh. But anyway, like I didn't get it, so don't like expect me to. But I'm not surprised, and I was really excited. Like first when I got like asked to do the audition, but then I was just like, oh my God, it is really hard to be an actress.
It's so like
you've done some auditions as well, right?
Yeah, I've done some auditions, which is I'm always very. I think it's very funny when people ask me to do auditions because I've like never done like
You've never been in a play or like.
I like was when I was 8, you know.
Okay, yeah.
And then I haven't done anything since.
Yeah.
But I have gone to like a few auditions because I always think when people ask me, I'm always like, well, I'm not an actress, and I usually say that. I'm like, you know, I'm not an actress, but I can try. Yeah. Because I'm like, you know, the money is so nice if you would get it. Like if I would get a part that was like a two days of shoots, and I would get like, I don't know, 500,000, 1 million Icelandic kroners or something. I don't know.
For
I don't know.
2 days.
I don't know how it works.
No,
that's what I thought.
I think it would be like 200,000.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty shitty. I thought it was like pretty big stuff.
It's like if you get a part where you are for like a lot of days.
Okay, okay. This is what happens in my head. I'm like, okay, 1 million for 2 days. Great. And then I go and I like immediately regret it. As soon as I walk in the door, I'm like, why did I say, like, this is like, I feel so uncomfortable. I feel so out of my element. And I did like I did a reading for like Ófærð 2. No, Ófærð 1 for the first season, for Trapped 1. And it was so funny because I got the script and it was like a really, I'm sorry to the writers of this, but this to me was like a really like middle-aged person writing for a teenager. Sort of a script.
Can you explain?
It was like I can't remember.
Hello, fellow kids.
Like, yo, what's up, fellow kids? No, but she said something like, yeah, rock and roll or something, which is like nobody would say that. Nobody.
I said that just the other episode that we took.
Yeah, you're also like look at you. You're milking yourself, Glenn. You're not a teenager. Do you talking about taking up space, which I want to ask you some questions about. Do you ever like actively? Do you remember a moment where you have actively thought, like, I'm gonna take up space here. I'm going to like not listen to what people might like. I'm not gonna think about like, oh, this is what people think of me. This is da 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 da. I'm just gonna be like big,
myself. Like,
yeah. Have you ever been in a situation where you like had to really meditate yourself through that process before going?
Yeah, definitely. I remember like going on like talk shows, like where I was a guest.
Yeah.
And like because I was like 24 at the time, 25. So and I was so new to all of this like TV and artistic like being known and stuff that I had to like go before and just be like I remember going to the bathroom and I would stand and I would be just like just do this.
Yeah.
This is something we do also when we go right before we go on stage. Us in the band, we do like make our energy bigger.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that.
Really? I think we did.
Maybe we just did it.
Oh.
The two of us.
We always did it when we did the show. When we did theater shows.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
We always did it to make our energy bigger.
And I think it is really helpful doing. I just feel like when I do yoga, and sometimes you have to like
do that.
Yeah.
It's it works.
It works
magic.
so much.
Just to stand like this for a minute.
Yeah. And then you just feel like, oh yeah, I am so much bigger.
But
and your posture gets better because you're more like you're prouder.
Our posture.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
but
posture.
I also think like we kind of do this for like every concert.
Yeah, I mean, I do it at least. But
Yeah.
that's more like
But I mean, like,
performance-wise.
Yeah, but also like between us, like because we always do a chat before we go on stage. We always do like check-in, like we're looking in each other's eyes, and we do like this. Just remember, like we're just doing this to have fun. Like this is for us. Like let's just let's just enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't remember ever having to think like I'm going to be here and take the space that I need.
Yeah.
But I connect this to like, for example, when we're playing a festival in Iceland, and we are backstage, and there may be a lot of rappers, one of the million rappers, and there's sometimes like. And I don't know if this is, in every country, but there's some sort of being cool, There's the atmosphere of everybody wanting to be cool and not wanting to be outgoing sometimes. So everybody's just like in their corner, just like trying to keep their coolness. And also because like this is just like a small fish pond and everybody's talking about everybody. And you just know that this one has said something bad about your rapping, and you know that this one, who's also your cousin, he has like slept with her, but also talked shit about her, stuff like that. Yeah. So everybody's just like really wary of themselves. Yeah. And I know this feeling of I'm not going to get sucked into this. Sucked into should I say hey or should I just do, just being myself.
Like conscious of you're not gonna be behaving
I'm
differently because of some sort of a
vibe that's going on, and this is something that's really hard to do.
It's it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
My tactic is just like to try not to be in those situations as much as I can, which is like a really
hard because it's part of your job.
It's really hard. Yeah, almost impossible.
Yeah. People watching, like maybe they think like that we are just being sensitive or something. But I think when you're a woman in a male-dominated space, you always feel like
an imposter.
Yeah.
You're constantly, comparing yourself. I mean, you're just
And
constantly.
you're also always being told that you don't belong.
Even though you're not being told it in direct words,
No.
you are always being told.
Yeah.
In many, many small different ways.
Yeah.
And you're also so aware of like, if you fail, then I'm failing all of women.
Ugh,
You know,
Yeah.
if I fail, then I feel like I am.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to get hired in the first place.
Yeah.
That it's almost if I fail, then I'm just like proving to them that women can't do this job.
And then I'm like, it's horrible for other women because then somebody will say, oh, okay, I knew it. Women can't do it, and then nobody, like I have made a mistake that
it's gonna affect other women.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's so like, and having that on your shoulders when you're doing a job like sound engineering, like live engineering, where it's so, which is like a really high risk kind of. I mean, the risk is obviously not like life-threatening or something, but you're really like when something fails, it's really like a panicky moment for everyone, But if you are also carrying this weight of like, if I fail and if I don't troubleshoot in the right way or fast enough, then that's gonna be considered like a gendered problem, and that's gonna affect other women that want to do this job. Then it's gonna be impossible for you not to panic,
Exactly.
You're gonna feel so. It's really hard.
Which is something that the males don't. You want to take a sip?
No.
I was just gonna put this together and show our audience
how much milk you produce.
Yes, I'm so proud of myself because it's been hard for me to produce enough milk, and my baby has both breast milk and formula. But this is like 80 milliliters, so like oh shit. Take a look at this right here. This is 80 milliliters. This is enough to like.
Can I taste it?
Yeah, sure.
You actually want to taste it?
No. What? Rakka! You tasted it. Do you like it? No, you don't.
It's like Misa.
Oh!
Have you tasted it,
It
Blair?
should be sweet.
From all the people in this
Taste it.
band, then I would have never thought Juraka would
No.
taste the milk.
Never.
I am. I have
always-
newly found respect for you now.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Because you're like.
You have to speak into her.
Yeah, you have to speak into the microphone.
Yeah. It's sweet.
It is sweet. Okay,
It's
that's
definitely
good.
sweet.
But it's also
now I
bitter,
have
like
to try
Misa.
it.
Okay, I don't think people can see me on this camera, but like,
Just go
I
into
don't want to.
this is like anarchy now. Hello. So this is Rakka, who's like doing our camera work and sound, and she's also a member of the band.
Yeah, I just saw this fun thing that you're doing, so I had to join.
Okay, I have to taste it now. I've never tasted it.
Are you?
No, you know what? I feel like a guy right now because they're always like, I don't
I'm
want
trying
try
to be
my
a vegan. Now I'm not a vegan
Okay,
anymore.
let me try it. Let me try it. Can I try it?
Yeah, come here. You
Come here. You have to try it here.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll sit on the floor and try it.
Oh my lord, this is so weird. I'm inside you guys now.
That's how you want to put it.
Are you gonna give this to your baby?
It's nice.
It's sweet.
Are you gonna give it to your kid?
Not now. I don't. You made it dirty. No. Okay, I have. It's sweet. Is it good?
You should make a White Russian with this.
I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say it's good.
No.
But it's not because I'm not like. It's probably good for a baby milk. It's just I'm not used to be drinking that.
You know,
I don't even drink like dairy milk.
No, it's true. You're not vegan anymore.
No, because of this.
But I feel right now like when guys they want women to swallow, but then they never want the women to kiss them on the mouth afterwards because they, God forbid, they taste themselves.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. You have all tasted this milk. This milk is much more beautiful than cum, but it's still life-giving.
You can't use this now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
I can.
good.
I can.
I was
think
like,
it's
oh no, did
fine.
we take milk from Arnaldur Snær?
Oh, it's fine. If it was cold,
it's
it would
good.
be very good.
I think it's.
You're drinking a lot
I'm
of
just
it.
tasting it. It's good. It's
Yeah.
like fjörmjólk.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's like
I was pleasantly surprised. by it.
Milk
energy
without the, that has very little fat in it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if I had been longer, it would be fatter, you know.
Yeah.
I could produce a lot more if I wanted to, but I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I don't wanna.
Okay, so we're talking about taking up space. What are we talking about?
I like this, that we're having a conversation about thirsty hoes and drinking your milk
Yeah.
and talking about
Isn't that
taking up
like
space.
the
I love it.
definition of a thirsty hoe?
That's
Drinking her own breast milk.
I love it.
I only
We were
drink my own
also-
breast milk because it's the best, you know. I can't be bothered eating anything else.
Before we end this conversation, do you wanna? I was wondering if you wanted to aspire to taking up more space in something, or in some way. Can we make little aspirations of how we're gonna take up more space?
Oh, like a markmið.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
guess so. And it can be in whatever field or form, or it can just be internal.
I still have the taste in my mouth of the breast milk. It is weird. It's great though.
Right here.
Yeah. Did you have something in mind for yourself?
Didn't really. I just thought of this.
Like right
I
now?
haven't-
Do you have something in mind, Blair?
Um,
I have to think a little.
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of already there, what I was gonna say. Well, I'm not, because I was talking about Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm going to say being comfortable, even right now when it was just a few weeks since I had a baby, you know, and my body is, it's just like it is, you know. I could still do sexy pictures on Instagram, you know.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
with your stomach, because it still has the stretch marks and stuff,
I mean,
which is beautiful.
yeah.
But we
I think it's ugly. No, it's good.
we never see photos of it. Oh my God, sexy pictures.
I don't really want to be like a person that puts on Instagram a whole speech
No.
it's okay to be like this.
no.
I don't care
No.
because they really care.
Of
Yeah.
course. Then they're they have been writing that for 5 years or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You
So
should, yeah.
the thing is, I think a bit more relaxed about this than
Yeah.
others. So it's not really something that I have to aspire to, but it is something that I could show more, maybe, you know, to maybe
sure.
inspire others
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
It's just a thought that I'm thinking now, you know, because I want to be a Instagram thirsty hoe.
Yeah.
I think also for me it would be something related to social media, because I've for a long time I always think, because I just don't have the impulse to start recording something when something is happening. I'm not I have to get this, I have to store, make this last forever or something. So I don't really have that impulse. So I often just end up having no content anywhere, you know. And then I think when I was a teenager or something, I would have loved to see someone like me doing something like I'm doing, you know.
Yeah.
Seeing someone that is working in a studio or in
We
life.
never told the audience what you do.
I told
true.
them already.
Did you?
Yeah, I said I'm a sound engineer, and that's why
Okay.
sometimes I need to
It has to,
Stuck in the
also
cellar.
has to be known that Salka produced our latest album, Soft Spot.
yes.
And she was such a thirsty hoe because we had been just getting beats from random people, and she was like, I want to have a say on how our beats are. So she just went and learned how to do it.
And she's such a thirsty hoe that when we were doing the album, she was working so hard. She was on the computer like this the entire time.
Because she was recording everything, because she's a
Recording
sound
everything
engineer.
and saying, you should
And
do it
the
like this.
producer, and
Yeah.
making lyrics, and
Crazy.
making
She
the...
kind of broke her back. Not broke it, but broke it, you know.
I was almost sick from back pain.
Yeah.
Or not almost. I was just
Yeah, you were sick from
I was
back
For
pain.
a year, you
yeah.
had
I'm
to...
just getting better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's...
But it was also like stupid of me because I just had never. This was like the biggest.
Project you had
There
done.
was like the longest consistent recording project I've done.
Yeah.
Because it was 10 days and it was like 10 hours a day for me. Maybe sometimes 12 hours a day. So like it was just from morning till you know, late night. I was working and I should have both had like a desk where I could stand. I should have had a screen. I should have had a keyboard and a mouse. I had none of these things. I had like a small 13-inch laptop, which is just like today I'm like, how the fuck did I think that was gonna be fine? I don't know. I would never do it. Like I don't even work for 15 minutes on a laptop anymore. Almost like I just always have something.
Yeah.
So it was also just like me having to learn the hard way that like you have to be conscious of how you work if you're gonna like if you want to work for a long time or for a long like not for a long time per day, just like for a long term. You know.
And this is something that you did and all of us do out of just passion, because it's not like we're getting any money. No. I think that's also the definition of a thirsty hoe. Yeah. That you're just so career-driven or just like passionate about what you're doing. Yeah. All of us are doing jobs that are not something that we have to do because of the money. We're all artists and we all live and breathe our work all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I'm definitely not doing it for the attention. Like I'm more doing it because for the cause, like or for like.
Yeah, I'm just for the feeling. At
the feeling.
The rapping, you know, just the feeling of being on stage with you guys. It's like a high. Yeah. You know.
I'm doing it for both. For the attention and the gratification.
Okay, I'm doing it for the attention.
Okay, me too.
I'm doing it because I want, you know, guys to look at me and be like, oh God, she's so sexy. Like what I think when I see like front men on stage. Yeah. However, and of course I have a man and a child, so I don't really need this. But you know, I would like that people would follow me on Instagram after these shows. It's only Raka that gets all the follows because she's a lesbian.
And she's really hot.
And she's really hot.
Especially on stage. She's she really, all the lesbians in the crowd, they follow her, but also all the straight women in the crowd, they just turn instantly when they see Raka. It's so annoying.
So annoying. I hate it.
I hate it as well.
Me too.
But I think I'm gonna, my answer is I'm gonna be like more actively putting content in like Instagram stories and stuff that like relates to my job and to like what I'm doing professionally. Yeah. And therefore like I can hopefully, maybe someone will see it and be like, oh, she's doing that, then maybe I can do that.
Yeah,
that's great. And I also want to like be more maybe, because a lot of the time when you're producing, you're like less, obviously, maybe less vocal about, I mean, it's less apparent than when you're performing or like when you're doing something. So I think I want to be more actively focused on talking about maybe production, because that's also something I think, obviously, like there are almost no women producing hip hop in Iceland, for instance. So like it would be great if other women could see that.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
That's how I'm gonna take up more space. Steini?
I love it.
I'm gonna take up more space by reaching out to my friends, because like I have to be more of a thirsty hoe. Okay, that's career driven. Thirsty friend. Yeah, I need to be more of work on my personal, you know, life. So I'm gonna be more reaching out to my friends and so make them fill up my cup and be like, I'm sorry, it just gets very cold very quickly. But this is just what you signed up by being my friend.
I'm gonna give you a hug after this.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you
even though
milk.
It's COVID. I'm gonna put you on my breast and just.
Oh my God!
I just wanna sit with you.
Yeah, come on.
And be on your.
I love you. Yeah. I love you. You are so loved.
Beautiful. I feel so left out.
There are two.
Okay, I'll try.
There are two breasts.
Drink me, my friends.
Yes.
Drink on me.
This is just like really uncomfortable.
I think we are so tired that this, YouTube episode has gone
out of control. Okay, it's time to see our song Thirsty Hoes.
We'll be performing it.
And then we have a great guest coming to do some more discussions.
Stay tuned.
sem rækjum í majónes, stekar og smyrðar á Kexio. Munurinn fullur af gulli, alveg séu komið frá Mexiko. Munurinn á okkur stór, ég fá með demant og þú færði bjór. Ég var í kirkjukór, nú ég mella á Vikingó. Baby, saman í klíku, baby, ég á til svítu. Rúðunan blautar að hita, baby, liggjandi lögðandi svita. Förum með beint til sjó, fílum og taka þetta slow. Hann má kalla mig hó, hann má kalla mig hó. Dísan ykkar á að velja lömbur kráttimar. Píurnar fremst öskra, leiktu mig til slátrunar. Búinn að meika, það þarf ekki að meika fake ass bitches. Að leika mig búinn að byrja blóð, riðjast að slóð. Síðan ég kom út úr Reykjavík, only got dick on my brain, dick on my phone, dick on my chain. Pat in the cloud so a bitch make it rain dicks. This is some snakes on a plane shit. Main shrimp in the game, lips dripping and he wanna taste it. You want it, you gotta say it. Say my name, bitch. Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Thirsty like you cut it, get it up and thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Thirsty like you cut it, get it up and thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Thirsty like you cut it, get it up and thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Thirsty cut it, get it up and thirsty hoes. Ég hringi, heyr ekki, hvar ertu? Hvar það byggt þarf að hafa þig með í kvöld? Ég hef ekki séð eftir neinu sem ég gerði síðan ég fæddist. Ég nenni ekki að tala það, hvernig hann kissir og hverju hann klæddist. Búinn að vera að gera nóg, vinn ég að gera þetta sjó. Ég sýni þig kannski smá í nóttir, hringi þá fyrst í rögguhól. Hvað finnst það? Hringi og hringi en fæ ekki svar. Svo hringir í mig og segir mér af, og sé ekki stemmari á þessum stað. What? Vírustemming, víralið, víra mig við þig. Víruð á við þig, ég fer svo upp á svið. Og hvað? Spita í mækinn, horfi á fólkið mitt elnar á baka mig. Og svo ég horfin, ekki reyna að tala við mig, ekki horfa svona á mig. Ekki damastelpunar, ég bara get ekki fólkið. Þetta hönd, þetta beat, þetta hönd, þetta dýr. Þetta hönd, þetta líf, þetta hönd, þetta frík sem bara starri svona á mig sem að dæmi þig og glóðir. Rækki bækti hvernig kom það djöfullar í móti. Hey! Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Þessi rækki köttur gerir okkur thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Þessi rækki köttur gerir okkur thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Þessi rækki köttur gerir okkur thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes, thirsty hoes. Þessi rækki köttur gerir okkur thirsty hoes.
Ég að fíla mig hérna, ég tekur vodkaflöskuna, hell upp í aðdá endurna, svo Rímax færð ekki sopa. Ég má þetta marg, ég á þetta allt, já. Við gerðum þetta allt sjálfar, já, fuck it, þetta er sjá þetta maður á. Oh damn, hvað ég að gera hér? Oh damn, taka á mótið velinu. Og damn aðeins svo langt kominn svo að ég getur montað mig. Átt ekki hefst í þessi hlaupi, svo þú getur ekki þig. Nenni ekki að banga svo að þú mátt fara niður á mig. Alla daga bara slugsa, nenni bara að vera að banga. Eins og ég sé dugleg alltaf bara að vinna. Er aðeins að vinna að sinna sýra eins og ég að tróna. Hættir ekki að tala ó, áttu fótt upp skala wow. 2019 þegar sé mig svona við að bara í dvala. Hey! Myndu hún að gleyma hvort þú varst að reyna. Lokaðu upp og aftur. Really? Ég ekki heima. Upptekinn að fara á sig. Ég að hanna áhrif. Eftir því að kalla á mig. Kallar vilja fá smá á sig. Þú veist hvernig við rúlum. Oh damn. Þú veist hvernig við rúlum. Oh damn. Þú veist hvernig við rúlum. Því þú ekki farveg en ég sé ekki skútum. Thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes. Þessi rækki köttur gerir okkur thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes. Þessi rækki köttur gerir okkur thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes. Gerir okkur thirsty hoes. Thirsty hoes. Þessi rækki köttur gerir okkur thirsty hoes.
Welcome back. This was the song Thirsty Hose, performed by us, the Daughters of Reykjavík. And now we have a guest with us in the studio. It's Salka Sól.
Who's actually a former member of Daughters of Reykjavík, but it's been 6 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I always feel like once a member,
Always a member, yeah.
in your
Yeah.
heart.
I
sure.
think that's definitely
Yeah,
the way I
like the
see
Boy
it as well.
Scouts, you know,
Yeah.
once a Boy Scout, always. Isn't that a
Yeah, I
saying?
think
or something?
that's a saying, yeah.
I always feel like when I read news about you, I always feel like, you know, a pride.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You always feel like, did I just do that?
Oh, I went on tour and it was so great.
Blacked out.
Really killed it.
No, but that was like the start of my career though.
Yeah.
I was a rapper before I became a professional singer, which is
so-
weird because I'm
yeah.
not really like a rapper today.
Yeah.
But
You don't consider yourself a rapper?
not an active one. I think that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, but I've done some rapping, like after I quit Reykjavik, or quit. I don't want to say quit. After I
Parted.
parted. That's a more beautiful word.
After the epic split.
Yeah. I've done some rapping, but like not as much as I maybe have wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's just like I've been focusing on other
Yeah, of course.
things.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
But I miss rapping. Rapping is like you never feel as cool as when you're rapping. You know, there's nothing you can do that makes you cooler
Yeah.
than rapping.
It can go either way. It's also like you can be so lame when you're rapping, I think.
Yeah, but
Like if you're doing it, I don't know. I've seen videos of myself rapping when I was starting and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is probably the least cool I've ever been.
but you felt cool while doing it.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think I probably felt cool while doing it.
You're
Yeah, for
just
sure.
taking up so much space that is not considered yours.
I mean, when we were starting,
Yeah.
people were like, "What?
Yeah.
So
10 girls?"
were you at the first Rap Women's Night?
Yeah. No, I was in the audience, and
Okay.
after that, I was like, "I'm gonna do this."
Yeah.
And I've never I'd never rapped in my life. I just went home and Googled how to become a rapper.
Like we all
almost,
did.
almost. I just saw these girls and I was like so inspired. And I said to my boyfriend at the time, I was like, I'm gonna be at the next night. And I didn't know any of you. Like, I've maybe heard of some of you. It's a small town. Like, I think I know this one. I've seen this one, you know. And I had a friend when I was a kid, like when I was 6, and I knew that he became a rapper. So I called him and was like, can you help me how to write a rap verse?
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. So I went to his house and he like showed me some like, you know, points, like, you know, listen to the beat, make the beat, you know, like write your lyrics or something like that. And the first verse I ever did was like in the song Reykjavík, which was, you know, a huge impact on how this group Daughters of Reykjavík started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how we got the name. And
Yeah.
everything.
And I remember like, we're gonna shoot a video, and we met us, you know, this house, and I was seeing some of you for the first time, you know, then.
Yeah.
And it's been a huge impact on my life ever since.
It's so crazy how completely organically and like
Yeah.
just, you know, how bizarre it is that it happened the way it happened.
Yeah.
And like that this group came together. And I remember, because I also didn't do the first women's rap night, I did like the second one. And then I did the video for the, because this was supposed to be like a promotional song for the third women's rap night. And when I went into the shoots for that video, I thought like, oh yeah, everyone, like
Knows
they're
each
all
other.
friends and I am like
Yeah, I thought that as
penetrating this
well.
like group of friends. And then like, no, it's just like a random
Complete random,
group
yeah.
of people, you know, so it's so amazing that within that random group there has, you know, we've been able to form this like really, really strong core of, you know,
Yeah.
I remember
working
the first night, like
people.
me and Blythe, we did a song about like sexual harassment, and
Oh, yeah.
I
and
remember that song.
because like at the time there's like we didn't feel like there was any rules. I mean there aren't, but we didn't like, I didn't know any other rappers
the dude rappers. I didn't even listen to them. I didn't know what they were rapping about, but that was something that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And I remember like performing that song on the women's rap night.
Yeah, it's
she
really
called
hard
that,
to like an open mic night for female rappers. Like,
And I remember performing in it, and it was just like natural to us to write about something that was like close to us in a way.
Yeah.
But that had a huge impact on all the people in the audience.
Yeah.
And we performed it later, like at the national radio and stuff like that.
Yeah. And at Druslugangan,
And at Druslugangan, yeah.
The slut walk.
Yeah.
I remember, I remember girls like just crying when you were performing that song.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that song being one of the first things I noticed about this group, being like, oh, actually, this is like really, really impactful, and just like nothing like this is happening here.
Yeah.
And not many other places either. Like, it's not something that a lot of people have been exposed to.
No.
And therefore it's like super emotional for them to see it in many ways, you know. I wanted to steer the conversation a little bit towards the topic, which is taking up space. And what I was really interested in asking you about is this like idea that women can take up, or like women can be too visual or something in
You can
society.
only take up a certain amount of space.
Yeah, we like. I was listening to.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, of course.
That you're taking up too much space.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was listening to like the Guilty Feminists the other day, and they were talking about Jennifer Lawrence as like a good kind of example of this, where everyone praised her so much for doing the things she was doing, which was like being kind of goofy and talking about all the food she was eating and falling and da 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 da, and she was like encouraged so much to do these things, and like people just wanted more, and then when she, you know, got all these platforms to do more of it, people started loathing her for the same thing. So like they start tearing her down for the same thing
They were asking
her to do in the first place.
Right.
And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is something that you might have experienced in some capacity.
Yeah. Well, like when I first started, I was a rapper. Soon after that, I became a radio host and a singer, and then a TV personality. And I was like, I know I had my fingers in like a lot of aspects of like the media. And I read a lot of comments, and I heard a lot about like, oh, you should watch out, like don't be everywhere. People are gonna get so sick of you. And I was like, yeah, at first, okay. But I didn't really know how to stop. And then I started thinking about that. And I also read like comments about like, isn't that enough of this girl now? And at this one point, I was performing at a really big stage in Dalvík at Fiskidagur. And I came on stage, and my mom was in the audience, and she heard a woman behind her say like, oh, this girl is everywhere. And my mom was like, okay, but these guys performing at the same concert, they've been here like 5 years in a row. Why haven't she saying anything about them?
Yeah.
And then I realized like we've had males in doing the same things, being musicians, being in television, being like radio hosts and stuff, but we hadn't had like women doing the same thing. And I just decided for myself that while I can still do all these things, I'm not gonna let people like bring me down for it. It's their problem if they think they've seen enough of me. And I think they're just not used to the idea, seeing a lot of, you know,
a talented woman who can do like everything.
Yeah, because we've had male like
and
personalities done the same thing.
Exactly, and when it is a man, usually we just like crave to see more. We crave to like praise him and give him.
We
this,
allow
like,
him. We just allow him.
Yeah, we allow him.
We don't even. Our mind doesn't even go there. We're just used to seeing Logi Bergman, you know, a personality here in Iceland who's like everywhere. Or you know, I also thought like, because instead, we did a lot of things together. We were both like a judge or a coaches on The Voice. We both had a band. We both had like a TV show at the National. But still, I saw a tweet like, Salka is everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was with him, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, he's on the exact same places
Yeah.
as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't he get that comment?
Yeah.
But I just decided for myself that I was not gonna, think about it. I'm just gonna say yes if I want to do the project.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how visual or, but.
So it didn't get to you.
Yes, it did. At
Yeah.
first, I was like, maybe I was just like really like fragile for people, like about people talking about me.
Yeah.
I was just not used to that.
Yeah.
But then I just had like, I decided I had like a vision. No, like a
Like an
Yeah.
epiphany.
epiphany. I'm just, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great that you were able to do that because
But people were really like giving me advices.
Yeah.
Like, you have to watch out. You cannot be everywhere.
Yeah. I also got that so much when I started in TV. Like people were like, this will pass.
Yeah.
Just you wait. It's gonna be hard for you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Why are you telling me this?
that's such a I feel like this is so typical. Like all of my friends that have been on TV or done something, like are maybe people that have many talents or like I feel like they all like female friends talk about this.
It was funny because I had like a talk show and the host was Logi Bergman, which everyone in Iceland knows. He's been like a news anchor. He's been on every television and he's like 4 shows that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the one who asked me like, so what's the deal about you? Are you like an attention seeker? I was like,
He is fucking sexist. Sorry.
takes one to know one.
So sexist.
Exactly. I've been too.
So I was like, he doesn't even feel like he is attention seeker, like if that's a word, or like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't. Why is it coming from you?
It's also like
and
a
also
populist.
like, can you not say no?
Yeah.
Is that your problem? You just can't say no
You're
to
like
projects.
Codependent.
And it's not like you were doing some shitty projects. Like all the projects you were doing were like, of course,
And
everybody
so
would
what if
say
I was
yes. Like,
attention seeker,
Yeah.
like whatever.
I think when men do it, people think they're like, oh, they're very responsible, they're very good at their job, and they're
Duleg.
They're
With
like
the
hardworking.
Yeah, they're so hardworking.
But when
Yeah.
it's a woman, she's like a populist, or like she's taking like she's like just taking
or
whatever,
just,
or she's like sculpting herself to fit everywhere or something.
I think
Instead of thinking like, oh, she's just really good at like asserting herself to a
or
job.
just hardworking,
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, because you, like all of these projects you were doing them really well. It was not
Thank
like
you.
a coincidence. You were like, you had really worked, like done the job to get good at those things.
Yeah, I think so. And
So it was not like just a coincidence or that they were just putting you there because you were a pretty girl. It was like you were really good at what you were doing.
yeah, and I also feel like, some of my male friends, they always get like, what's the word? Svona hælt fyrir.
Like praise.
Yeah, praised for being really hardworking.
Yeah.
For, and they're just doing the same things I am,
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, I think it's good to take up space. And I know, I like taking up space.
Yeah.
When I accepted it.
Yeah.
Because at first I was afraid, like, about the, hearing those voices about, like, you shouldn't be everywhere, people are gonna get so sick of you.
Yeah.
But when I just decided for myself, I'm just gonna be that person.
Yeah.
And like going on talk shows and stuff like that, I don't remember like how many times I've been asked to do something because they needed a woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, inside I was like, why did you have to say that?
Yeah.
But I decided to be that woman to show them it's not that hard to get women. Like, it's not hard to get women on your show. Just call them,
Yeah, and maybe don't say it's because she's a woman.
No,
Like, just-
A really lone woman we've been getting.
it's so hard to get women on the show. Can you come?
Yeah. That was because then I made a TV show and we were like really like focused on. So first I was on a TV show where we were like the balance of like men versus women was very bad, and I kept on saying like we need to fix this, and they kept on saying women just don't want to come on this show. I was like, I don't think that's true. Then I went on making my own TV show, and then we had a lot harder time getting men on the show than women. and we had to be like, oh, we have too many women on this show. Like, okay, we need to get some men. Like, so it's just, it's just
not
false. It's like completely false. This myth about women not wanting to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
It's just like, make the call and don't tell them like, we're just doing this because of your sex. Like, we just want you because of your sex.
No, that's so tiring. Just stop that.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask, because now you have a brand new project, being a mother. Like, does that, have you thought at all about like this thing of like not, like missing out because you're like don't have as much time or something because you have a child?
No, I haven't really felt it.
No.
It's just like when you get pregnant and you know you're about to become a mother, you just tune into that. You know, I didn't think like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'll just make it work. I'll just take my kid with, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I thought I would feel more like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this or that.
Yeah.
But it's easy to tune into it.
Yeah.
You know, this is just your life now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And it's the same for Arnar.
Yeah, it's
like,
the same for him.
Yeah.
So no, I just love that job. It's the best job I've had.
Yeah.
And no, I've not felt it now. I mean, she's only 7 months.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll feel. But no.
No.
Because I.
But you had that worry before.
Yeah, because I've heard it.
Yeah.
Like your life is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but it's just different.
Yeah.
You know, it's
also
just it's not harder or anything like that. I don't feel like missing out at all.
No.
It's just you tune into it.
And so you don't get like this worry, like, oh, I'm not gonna be like I'm gonna fall out of the game. Like I'm not gonna be able to.
Oh, I had that thought a lot.
Yeah.
I had that.
Like the thought, like.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna be able to do this job because I'm pregnant, and then they're just gonna forget about me and never call me again.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that thought a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like almost angry towards Arnar because he didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you know?
Yeah. Can you think those thoughts?
But
every time
not
you
good
have
for
to
you, but
cancel a
still.
job because of the child or the pregnancy, he would have to cancel one job.
Yeah, I was like, that was a feeling, you know.
Yeah,
I had to quit like a really nice role at the National
Theater. Yeah.
Because I was pregnant, and I felt it was just so frustrating, you know. I was like, okay, and I'm not gonna get a job next year because they know I have a kid, and then the phone is just gonna stop ringing forever and can fade out. I had that like thoughts a lot when I was pregnant.
Yeah. But it has not been the case.
No, it has not. No. It's maybe just something like that you hear of. Like I was told, like for women in my business here in Iceland, just don't tell them you're pregnant until you're showing.
Yeah.
Because your phone is gonna stop ringing. And I was like, oh my God.
That's so much pressure.
That's so much pressure. And I can't shut up. I tell everyone everything. So obviously I told everyone I was pregnant really soon on. But it didn't change.
No.
I had some like, people were like, oh, you're due in January. Do you want to do this Christmas show?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, I want to do it. But I want to be able to say no when it comes to that, like considering how my pregnancy is going.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't want to say in advance no if I'm able to do it.
Yeah.
But I want to have like, you know, the space to say no, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened. My phone hasn't stopped ringing. So, and, you know, I think hopefully it's changing of times. Hopefully it's like mindset of mine, or I don't know. I don't have the answer. But I've heard of like, especially actresses, because I am an actress as well. They've had that problem in the past.
Yeah.
Get pregnant, phones never call. Like doesn't ring.
And they're out of the game.
They're out of the game.
Yeah.
I think we have to wrap this up so we can see your performance before you have to leave. But thank you so much for coming and talking to us.
Thank you. We could talk for hours.
Yes,
I
for
know
sure.
it's so hard to cut it.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna see Salka perform one song. Which song?
Are you gonna sing along? I think you know the song. You can do it.
I think I know the chorus.
Yeah, it's like Steina's eyes just turn like.
I'm scared, but I will do it.
So it's my band, Amabadama, a reggae band. Steina Njóns, one of the daughters.
Yeah.
She's in that band with me. And usually I don't play on the guitar myself, but I'm going to do it for you guys.
Okay.
If you sing along.
We will sing along.
We will sing
We
along.
promise. So we'll set up for that and we'll see it in 1 second.
Eldorado, Eldorado, Stundum á maður það til að hugsa of mikið gærdaginn og af honum dustar rykið. En til hvers að dvelja svo lengi við það sem að var? Ekki vonlaust að finna nokkuð þar. Því hver einasta stund agnar smá, í einni andrá liðin hjá. Eyðum ekki lífinu í trega og eftir sjá, leifum okkur það besta út úr því að fá. Eldorado, Eldorado, Sólundum tími að hugsa hvernig fer. En lífið nú og ég og þú erum allt það sem Gleymum því sem að var, einnig því sem ei komið Einbeitum okkur af núinu mér og þér. Því hver einasta stund agnar smá, í einni andrá liðin hjá. Eyðum ekki lífinu í trega og eftir sjá, leifum okkur það besta út úr því að fá. Eldorado, 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 hey, hey, hey.